Alexandra Levine welcomes you to the Alexandra Levine Live Podcast. Today, we've got a packed show, from breaking news to informative topics that will keep you well informed. So, please click the subscribe button to get notified of her upcoming episodes. If you like what Alexandra talks about, then please share the Alexandra Levine Live to others. Alexandra also looks forward to your comments during this episode. Tonight's Alexandra Levine Live Podcast starts now.
Well, hello, everyone. Hello, this is Alexandra Levine with the America's Pulse Network. You are all in tonight with me, Alexandra Levine. We have some major breaking news. This is actually coming out of Baltimore County. As you guys know, I work in a lot of local politics, especially in Baltimore County. So the Baltimore County Council approved two bills, Bill 9725 and 9825, which protects illegal criminals and hurts the legal citizens of Baltimore County. Itzi Patoka, who's running for Baltimore County Executive, a Jewish Democrat, wrote and pushed both of these legislative bills into power. And as you know, our good friend Tim Fazenmaker is running for the newest, most conservative MAGA first district on the county council. It's called County Council District 9. He testified with Tammy Nobles, who lost her daughter to an illegal criminal from El Salvador, against these bills. And what did Tim Fazenmaker say today after the bills were passed, or yesterday, with Fox 45? He said, Governor Westmore and the county council really screwed us. Now there will be no federal funding because now Baltimore County is deemed a sanctuary county. As you know, President Trump is trying to get rid of sanctuary cities and sanctuary counties, but he did say that he will not give any federal funding to sanctuary counties and sanctuary cities and sanctuary states. So congratulations to the Democrats of Baltimore County for doing this. Congratulations to Governor Westmore. As you know, he's up for re-election, and he combats President Trump every single term. It's disgusting that we in America are going through this. It's also disgusting that Itzi Patoka, whose parents are Holocaust survivors, how he compared the Holocaust to illegal criminals, and how the people of Baltimore County, the legislators, the Democrats, are supporting helping out illegal criminals and illegal aliens. This will jack up the taxes of Baltimore County. This will hurt students in school. This will hurt not just the county of Baltimore and the Baltimore City. This will hurt the entire state. So if you live in Baltimore County, I'm so sorry that these two bills passed. Tim and I both knew they were going to pass. But the efforts that we took and the testimony that Tim gave and Tammy Nobles gave to fight these bills will never be forgotten. And Tim will be the next county councilman, the newest county councilman to the most conservative / MAGA district in Maryland. And he will do everything he can to get things passed for the people of his district and for all of Baltimore and for the entire state. Now, other breaking news, this is good news. As I put in the topic of this show, Melania Soars. What is Melania? Well, the movie Melania, the documentary. President Trump actually said today that this is the best documentary in 19 years. Of course, Vanity Fair, The Atlantic, all these liberal papers and liberal magazines, they lied and said that Melania would be a flop and that hardly tickets were sold and hardly theaters were sold out throughout the nation. Well, that's absolutely not true. This documentary grossed so much over the weekend. It surpassed what it spent. It spent, I think, $40 million. As of Monday, this documentary has $1 million. It's $1 million box office hit, expanding into 200 more theaters. This is as of Monday, as of yesterday. Thank you to the people who've gone and seen it. I'm going to see it Wednesday night, tomorrow night. But thank you to the many patrons who've gone and seen it. I've heard such great things about this documentary. I'm not going to give away what I've heard. Please don't give it away to me because I haven't seen it yet. But it gives you the day in the life of the 20 days of Melania Trump as a private citizen going into being the first lady again. and actually going up to the inauguration. Now, I was at the inauguration. And there's a lot of people I know that were at the inauguration. I was at one of the balls. I was at the Liberty Ball. So I got to see her up close and personal with the president dancing and her stepchildren. And it was great. And Barron, her child. It was a really great moment. We'll never forget that moment. But if you haven't seen the movie, the documentary, I recommend you go see it. I recommend to everybody to go see it. Again, this gives you the day in the life of the First Lady. And let's put up the slide. I know I have a slide for it too. There we go. This is from Birds of the World TV. Just an Amazon-backed Melania Trump film becomes biggest non-concert documentary debut in over a decade. A documentary centered on Melania Trump has just delivered one of the most surprising box office openings in years, pulling an estimated $7 million in its debut weekend. A rare feat for a non-concert documentary. Backed by Amazon MGM Studios and heavily promoted nationwide, the film offers a behind-the-scenes look at her life during the weeks leading up to Donald Trump's second inauguration. Despite mixed reviews, turnout has been strong in several regions, and the upcoming Prime Video release could make the conversation even bigger. So we'll look for that, the Prime Video release. But again, if you haven't seen the documentary, I recommend everybody go see it. My parents saw it, my sister saw it. They said it was phenomenal. And everybody that I know who's seen it, they're like, oh my God, this is such a beautiful documentary. Like there's so many things that they didn't know. So many things. Actually shows you how she designed her dress for the inauguration, among other things. So please, guys, please go see this documentary. So moving on to segment one. Segment one, as you know, we talked about last week, the SAVE Act. The SAVE Act is very, very, very important. Why is the SAVE Act important? Because it talks about free and fair elections. As you know, in Fulton County, Georgia, there was a lot of fraud in the 2020 election. And I mean, it's, quote, coming out now, but we already knew this. But the more fraud that the American people are seeing, and Congress, they're pushing everything they can to get this SAVE Act passed. And of course, Donald Trump has said, forget the filibuster. And what is Senator Majority Leader John Thune? He always pushes back because he said, well, the filibuster we've had in for many, many years. It's not so hard to get rid of, yada, 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 yada. So one minute he says he's pushing to pass, he's co-sponsoring to pass it. Then he, backs from removing the filibuster because that's a Mitch McConnell thing. By the way, Mitch McConnell is hospitalized today for flu-like symptoms. He's 83 years old. Prayers go out to him and his family. He should have retired a long time ago, though. But anyway, everybody knows that the elections were screwed in 2020. We don't have free and fair elections, especially in liberal states where they don't provide or they don't ask for photo ID. That's why the Democrats are pushing so hard on keeping these illegals, because these illegal criminals is who votes for them, and dead people and people under the age of 18 and cats and animals. We saw that in 2022. For 2020 and 2022. But it's really important, guys, that we understand that the midterms are important, whether President Trump's on the ballot or not. But we have to get Republicans in office, proper Republicans, conservative Republicans, common sense Republicans, common sense conservatives, I say. You have a lot of rhinos that are doing everything they can to hurt President Trump and his agenda. And we can't have that. We can't have that at all. We have to be smart. We have to be vigilant. And you can't just wake up and say, hey, I think I'm going to run for office. You have to have a master plan, a business plan. And you have to be willing to go the extra mile to win. Because if not, you're not going to win. But the only way to win is to pass the SAVE Act. This will help a lot of states that are pushing for redistricting, meaning taking the one Republican congressional seat, like in Maryland, gerrymandering the crap out of it to make it all Democrat. So the SAVE Act saves these congressional districts from being gerrymandered to Democrat. The SAVE Act also removes mail-in ballots, the machines, the data that goes with the machines. And also it talks about how you have to have a form of ID. As everyone said, when you go to the airport, you have to show an ID. To get liquor, you have to show an ID. To get cigarettes, you need to show an ID. To go to strip club, you need to show an ID. So why is it when we vote, we can't show an ID? I would think that'd be more important. I really do. And it's funny because in Maryland, I know I have some friends, they show their ID to the election judges. I'm like, oh, we don't need it. I'm like, well, don't you want to verify my address? Make sure I really live there? Oh, no, it's okay. Your word is all we need. It's not so hard to look up somebody's address. Not at all. It's very easy. I've had 2 credit cards stolen from me, 2 credit card numbers taken from under me. Just going to a gas station or going to Macy's or Dillard's or Saks or even to the grocery store. People snag your identity on a daily basis. So that's why it's really important for photo ID. It's really important that we have photo ID. It's really important that you call your senators and make sure they pass the SAVE Act. And then once it's passed in the Senate, the House of Representatives will go back, fix it up a little bit, cement it, and then President Trump will sign it. And then again, what's happening in Congress? We have a partial shutdown because of the damn Democrats again. Now, I heard that the government is trying to reopen again. Thank God, because I think President Trump pushed a federal bill in place to help our economy. But again, it's sad that he has to do all that. Because what are the Democrats known to do? Lie, cheat, steal, and they'll do anything and everything they can to get back into power. They don't care if they do it the wrong way. And they don't care if they get caught either. But it's really important, guys. It's really important. We call it the corruption. And I agree with my friend Donald Willinger. There is too much corruption in government. I agree. A lot of people have left the government because of that. But it's really important, guys, that we hone in on the people that want to run for the right reasons and not the wrong reasons. But if your representative is not supporting the SAVE Act, you need to ask them why and call them out. There's nothing wrong with calling them out. I applaud you if you call them out. I call them out. I don't care. Doesn't matter what party you are. You screw up, you get called out. Oh my God, a Republican voted for something that he shouldn't have. Oh, we can't call him out though because he's a Republican. He's a representative of our district. That's the mindset. No, you can call anybody out. That doesn't mean you're against the Republican Party. Doesn't mean you're against them. But you know they did something stupid and you call them out for it. There's nothing wrong with that. Remember, they work for us. We don't work for them. We gave them the job. We voted them in. And it's not such and such a seat in this person's seat. We voted them in. It's not their seat. They didn't buy it. Now, some people buy off seats. But these elected officials were voted in. So when people go around saying, oh, this is Congressman so-and-so's seat, this is Congressman. No, it's not their seat. It's the people's seat. The people put them there. Just like President Trump always calls the White House the people's house. He never says, this is my seat. Get out. This is my seat. He never says that, and he never will, because he knows better. But these are the steps that we need to take in order to have free and fair elections. If we don't take the steps, we're not going to have free and fair elections. And the problem is that we've never fixed the issues from 2020. So that's why in 2022 we had losses, 2024 we had losses, but 2026 we cannot lose the House of Representatives. We have a very small majority right now. And as you know, a lot of Republicans have decided to step away, retire. A lot of them have done it on purpose. And so it's really important, it's really, really important that we rally behind the people that President Trump is endorsing and supporting, but also that we push real conservatives in power that will implement President Trump's agenda so we don't have any rhinos and we don't have any Democrat likes in the Republican Party. We don't want a squad in the Republican Party because the squad, unfortunately, rules parts of the Democrat Party, even though they're a small minority. Again, it's a minority trying to be the majority. And because Rashid Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, AOC, they have a lot of money, and I know their backers, George Soros, terrorist money, that all goes into their campaigns. It's hard to get them out. That's why it takes more than AIPAC to primary them out. We need other groups to help. Christian groups, other pro-Zionist groups, pro-Israel groups, whatever you can. Yeah, Donald Willinger made a good point. Corruption exists in every part of government, not just among elected people. FBI just arrested a few Leo dispatchers here in Texas. It's good to know. He's right, 100% right. So please, guys, if you want free and fair election, if you want to run for office one day, this is really important. And also President Trump is trying to push the RNC convention before the midterms, which is brilliant. Midterms are usually around July. If you can push it before them, that would be awesome. And again, just because President Trump's name is not on the ballot, his agenda is. That's why we have to continue to push his agenda and continue to have people in office that will push his agenda. Before we go to break, don't forget our affiliate sponsor, FoliumPX.com. Let's put that up there. FoliumPX.com, toxic heavy metals, full body detox, free radical support. I love these supplements. I feel really good afterwards. We're getting into the flu season, the cold season. It's cold everywhere. It's snowing everywhere. Every day I look out my window, it's snowing. And I'm like, no. And, it affects everything. It affects the voice, affects everything. So please, guys, go to FoliumPX.com and get your toxic heavy metals, your full body detox. Click on my QR code. You get a little bit of a discount from me. And that's their antioxidant or super antioxidant website, FoliumPX.com, FoliumPX.com. And we'll be right back, guys, after the break.
Hi, I'm Alexandra Levine. I'm a professional opera singer, actress, TV, and radio personality. Since 2015, I've been a volunteer, a field director, and a campaign manager, learning the ins and outs of the political world. That's why I became a political consultant. My job is to lead you to victory with organization, structure, and the mindset of winning for your district or state. With my guidance and direction, I can keep you focused on the things that matter to the people and advise you on key issues that need to be addressed. If you're a serious candidate that is serious about winning, then book a consultation with me today. Go to levineconsulting.co. You'll be happy you did.
Hey guys, welcome back to Alexandra Levine Live on the America's Pulse Network. You're all in with me tonight, Alexandra Levine. Don't forget to like and subscribe while you are live, while I am live. Hello. But we are currently live on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, on Parler, on True Social, on TikTok, and Facebook. So we're on like 7 or 8 platforms and Instagram. So please, guys, it's very important that you like and subscribe. I have a lot of people that are watching. Some are commenting, some are not. Thank you to my followers right now that are watching. And the beauty is you can watch it on YouTube, Rumble, Parler, TikTok, True Social, all at the same time. So instead of one person on one platform, you can be on multiple different platforms. If you have multiple TVs, multiple phones, you can go on all those platforms and watch it all live. And that's what I do sometimes. Like I'm currently on my YouTube, it's on my X, it's on my Rumble. It's on my TikTok, my Instagram. So please, guys, follow us at America's Pulse Network. You can always go on our website at americaspulsenetwork.com, take a look at our website and see some upcoming events that are happening and what we do. So segment 2 focuses on the Democrats and the crime. So as I said earlier in breaking news, the Baltimore County Council, they approved the Trust Act by a 4-3 vote. And what this is, approved bills designed to protect non-citizens, to protect illegals. It's disgusting. And of course, majority Democrat. And their argument is, well, I want to get rid of the criminals. I want to get them off the streets, but I don't want to get rid of grandma who's been here for 25 years. But that's not what ICE is doing. ICE is not ripping grandma or ripping grandma's grandchild out of their hands like a lot of these Democrats lie about. And ICE is not ripping American citizens either from their homes. People have lied and said that. No, ICE's job is to go in there and get the illegal criminals and the rapists and the pedophiles. What's wrong with that? But ICE will take a look if you have overstated your visa, if you have committed crimes while you were here, living off our system, and also if you've been here on temporary status for 25 to 30 years. You can't keep living on a visa year after year after year after year. That's called screwing with the system. And the funny thing is that the people know they're doing it too. They do. They know that they're doing it. And they continue to do it, and ICE monitors you. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's very important. It's very, very important that we make sure that we take care of our own first. But if you are an illegal coming into this country, do it the right way. As President Trump says, and Thomas Homan, we're not against illegal immigration. Not at all. They're not against it at all. What they're against is if you come in here the wrong way with the wrong intentions. You must come here and assimilate to our way of life. Go through the process like everyone else. I know a person from Israel that wants to become an American citizen. It takes about 7 years. That's not bad compared to the 25-year illegal alien that's been here from Honduras. What do you figure after being here for 25 years you're automatically a legal citizen? No, you go through the process. I know there's people that live here for 10 years, 15 years, and then they wait. But in my opinion, when you come to this country, get your citizenship, get your American citizenship right away. The sooner you get it, the sooner you go through the process, the sooner you have American citizenship. Don't worry about being deported. I have friends that came here from Russia. They came here through a sponsor. They got their citizenship right away. Went to college, did great things with their lives. But when you come here and you mess with the system and you come here legally and you come here and you sex traffic kids and drug traffic kids and human traffic and push fentanyl across our border, yeah, you're going to jail. So shame on you people that are calling for Kirsty Noem's impeachment. That's the DHS secretary. Shame on you for attacking border czar Thomas Homan. Shame on you for downplaying that you have allowed illegal Somalians or illegal terrorists into your state for years. Because we all know you governors have. Larry Hogan is notorious for allowing illegal Syrian and illegal Afghan refugees into Maryland, into Montgomery County, during that disaster pullout by Joe Biden. I should say his minions. I don't even think he was involved. He's probably asleep. But that's the truth. That is the truth. Yeah, Don Willinger made a point. Why are non-citizens allowed to be on our welfare system? Because it's the government controlling your life, but also it's votes. It's votes for the Democrats. I know people that are legal citizens that can't even get on welfare. During COVID, American citizens like myself couldn't get ivermectin or hydroxychloroquine. But when the illegals came over the border, they got ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine right away. Interesting. They were treated like gold. They weren't isolated from their parents or their children. They got to be in one big cell or one big cage. They were able to keep their clothes. They got shampoo, conditioner. They got food. They got toothbrush, toothpaste, floss. I mean, it was like a hotel in there. I wouldn't even call it a detention center. I don't even know what the hell it was called. But they got whatever their hearts desired, whenever their hearts desired. But we legal citizens have to sit in the back of the bus? They treated us like we're chopped liver? That's insane and that's terrible. It's asinine. It's ridiculous to me. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. So how are we going to fix this process? Well, President Trump, with Thomas Homan and Stephen Miller and Kristi Noem, they're rounding up these illegals like crazy. Thank God. They have a huge database of where they are. And again, if you personally see an illegal criminal, you can always call 1-800-ICE. You can always message Kristi Noem, message Thomas Homan. They're very easy to get on X and social media, actually, compared to calling them on the phone. But let's put up the slide that President Trump wrote. This is on his Truth Social account. This was yesterday. The biggest problem our country has is that the Democrats are soft on crime. He's right. They want to protect the criminal, violent, and vicious as they may be at the expense of our great American citizens and patriots. That is not what America is about and never will be. And he's 100% correct. 100% correct. Why are Democrats soft on crime? My question to my audience. Why are Democrats soft on crime? And again, I think it has to do with those are the people that vote for them. But if you live in places like Minneapolis, Baltimore County, Baltimore City, Chicago, and you're running for mayor, you're running for governor, you're running for a state office, you love the illegals. They supposedly scratch your back, you scratch theirs. They may even pay your bills. They may even help you commit fraud. Not lovely. But that's what's going on. That's what's been going on. It's true. It's all about the money. All about the money. So why push back? Why double down? When President Trump said, your sanctuary county, sanctuary city, you get no funding, and ICE will come in, and National Guard will have to come in if your city or your county or your state is too much for you to handle. Why hurt the people of your county and your state? Why Itsy Patoka? Why would you push anti-ICE legislation? Who put you up to this? Was this just something you came up with on your own? I doubt it. The governor must have put you up to this. Attorney General, somebody did. I'm very disappointed in you, Itzy. You make the Jewish people look bad. As Tim Fazenmaker said, you're a traitor to your people. I agree with him on that. I've told everyone in Ohio, like everyone in Ohio knows about you, Itzy. And in Florida, and probably half the country knows about you and your anti-ICE legislation because it's scary. Once one county councilman pushes it, then others follow. And this started in Montgomery County, Maryland, which is extremely liberal and flooded with illegals. I know because I was rear-ended by one. An illegal from South Korea in 2022. I still have back issues because of that girl. And her husband had to come and help out. And of course, he didn't want me to have the police or insurance involved. He said, oh, my father's a mechanic. He'll fix your car for you for free. Yeah, I wasn't going to do that. And his wife was on a student visa. Student visa with a green card because they just got married. I wonder if her visa's expired. I wonder. But you drive down Montgomery County, they're all illegals. You drive down any liberal county, city, state, it's all illegals. And they're the worst drivers, by the way. The worst. They sideswipe you. They hit you from behind. They drive like crazies. They swerve in and out. They're not great drivers. I saw that in Israel, too. There's some crazy Arab ladies that were driving. I'm like, what? Like, who gave them a driver's license? But they trick the system all the time. They find a way to drive. That's why it's so important, again, we make sure that our elections are free and fair, and that we have to call out these Democrat sanctuary states and sanctuary cities. Like, enough is enough. Enough is enough. And President Trump made it very clear he wants to get rid of it, wants it done, wants it out, wants them out. This agenda, this was extremely part of his agenda when he ran in 2024. That's why he got reelected. 87% of people agreed with President Trump's illegal immigration policies. 87%, it's a lot of the country. And I would do surveys and I would ask people, and they would tell me. They would tell me. They would say, we've hashtag had enough. They'd say, we're concerned. Have you hashtag had enough? I always ask this, but it's true. Have you hashtag had enough? Have you hashtag had enough of being called a sanctuary county, sanctuary city? Have you hashtag had enough of dealing with these illegals? Have you hashtag had enough of having your governor, your attorney general put illegals first ahead of you? How could you live in a county or a city or state with illegals? How could you? You can't. You simply can't. That's why you have to get up and do something. That's why voting is so important. But it's more than that too. And we all know it. It's more than that. And we really, really, really have to all be strong here and unite here. So we get real people in office and real people that want to help continuously live the American dream for our country. That's what President Trump wants. He wants us to all live the American dream. It's very important. So don't forget, before the break, we have our second affiliate sponsor, rncstore.com/ALL. That's rncstore.com/ALL, Richardson Nutritional Center. Get 10% off by typing in ALL. Love these supplements. Great for immunity, great for losing weight. If you have cancer, great for cancer. Everything in here is FDA approved. It's healthy, it's natural, and you will feel so good. There's people on my show that have bought from Mr. Richardson, and he has been touring all over the country about his studies. And he's not a doctor, but he knows a lot of doctors, and his father was a doctor. And this is so important, and it's like his life's work. So please, guys, go to rncstore.com/ALL, type in ALL, get the 10% discount code. Remember, the more you spend, the more you can save. So please, guys, do this. Very important. Coming back after the break, we have a very, very interesting and funny segment about the Grammys. So stick with us, guys. We got a jam-packed show tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
Welcome to America's Pulse Network. This is APN's very own White House correspondent, Alexandra Levine.
This is so amazing and miraculous. We've never had a president in the history of our nation doing this. And we hope to God that he continues doing this forever and ever. Thank you. God bless you, everybody. And God bless President Trump.
And God bless you.
Hello, everyone. This is Alexandra Levine with the America's Pulse Network. I am the White House correspondent right here in the heart of D.C. as President Trump is celebrating 250 years of America and the military.
Subscribe and follow America's Pulse Network on the above social medias.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the America's Pulse Network. This is Alexandra Levine. You are all in with me tonight on the America's Pulse Network. This is a segment that I want to spend a majority of the time on. It is a hilarious segment. Now, I don't watch the Grammys, even though I'm a professional singer, professional opera singer. I used to watch them, and as I said, sometimes I'll watch to see the fashion. But each award show, the people look more ridiculous. They wear less clothing. You're seeing their nudity, and you're forgetting their talent. They don't want you to focus on their talent, and they call it a form of expression. And there's a way to express, but there's a way to take it too far. So I'm going to put up some images. These were some images of the worst dressed and the best dressed. So I'll show you the worst dressed. So let's put up the first image. So this was the worst dressed. Now, I don't know who this singer is. So she basically was nude. She used her nipple rings on her breasts to keep her dress, quote, up and intact. Now, who the hell thinks that's appropriate to wear at an award show with children watching? Forget the tattoos. Forget that you can see her entire underwear. Why even wear clothes at all? What was the point in the statement of this dress? To show off your nipple rings? I mean, are you getting ready to do a porn? How is this sexy? How is this Grammy-like? Are you pissed that you were nominated for a Grammy? Are you pissed that maybe your music sucks? Is this like an anti-ICE protest type of dress where she's just going to bear it all? Now, in New York City, where I lived for many years, they have a rule where the women can actually walk topless in the streets in the summertime. It's legal. They passed that bill. And I remember going down New York City, and I saw this woman completely topless, sitting on a bench, having a conversation with her girlfriend. And we're all taking pictures, and we're all looking like we all can't believe it. But she didn't have a care in the world. She was like, it's legal. I can do whatever I want. My freedom of expression, whatever. It was the most disgusting thing I'd ever seen, to flash yourself out like that. Now, this woman's already eclectic as it is. We don't need to see your freaking nipple rings. We don't need to see that your dress attaches to your nipple rings. Like I said, I'm surprised she even wore a dress at all. But this is the fashion that's happening at the Grammys. This is the fashion of today. This is what young women are supposed to look up to. This is their role model. Disgusting. Second image, please. So I don't know who this artist is. I guess a rapper, I don't know. She is supposedly wearing pajamas. I mean, those are clear pajamas. I don't know if I think there's like unicorns on there. I mean, it looks like she just woke up and threw that on. Or maybe is that mushrooms, Super Mario Brothers? I don't know what the hell that is. But it's the Grammys. You can't put on a decent outfit. You got to look like you're wearing pajamas or a jumper. I mean, she looks like she's going to sleep. Now, mind you, I'd be falling asleep at the Grammys too, but you don't show the world and the audience how you think and feel. It's a shame because she has a pretty face, terrible body, but a pretty face. She could have worn something to accentuate her body, but instead she wore something to make her look dumpy, to not accentuate her body at all or her figure at all. And again, what statement was she trying to make here? What statement was she trying to make by wearing this rag? Again, it's the Grammys. People are filming you. They're taking pictures of you. And she obviously doesn't care. And this woman probably has a significant amount of money. Or maybe not. Maybe she's in heavy debt. You don't know. But she looks like a very sad and miserable person. And that outfit shows how miserable and sad she is. So let's put up the next slide. So this is very interesting. So this woman is Heidi Klum. She's very famous. She was a Victoria's Secret model for many years. She started Project Runway. She was the host on Project Runway. And she is a judge on America's Got Talent. She was. What the hell is she wearing? It's like a mold plaster of her body. So it's like she dipped herself in a mold, like a molding, And then they put plaster all over her so she couldn't get out of the dress. And it shows the lining of her breasts with her nipples, her vagina, her behind. And there's video of her, quote, walking in the dress. She can't even walk in it because it's plaster. It's like, how do you explain it? It's like hard wood on your body. It's like a hard wood on your body, and she can't move. She couldn't move in the dress. So how do you pee in that? Now on the side of that, there's like, what's it called? Like, oh my God, I can't even think of it. It's not clasps. It's like, it's little things that like unclip. I can't even think of the word. They're like clips, like little clips on the side, I guess, for her to go to the bathroom. But she was there with a date. I don't know if that's her husband, boyfriend. I don't know. Because she is on husband number 3, date number 5 every day. I don't know. I mean, Heidi Klum's a very attractive woman. Professional model. Professional Victoria's Secret model for many years. Why did she have to look ugly? Why did she have to look stupid and ugly and wear a dress that she couldn't even move in at the Grammys and wear a plaster dress? Because this dress was clearly made with a plaster. It was a hardened wood dress. And as she's walking, like, as I said, she can't even walk. She's holding on to the dress for dear life because it's falling. And like I said, excuse me, I'm yawning because this dress is putting me to sleep. It's not even a dress. I don't even know what to call it. Question to my viewers, would you call this a dress? No. I don't know what I would call it. A costume, maybe? Now, Heidi Klum is known over the years for doing eclectic things and for wearing some things that are a little bit on the far out. But this is like way the hell out there. This quote dress is not even in fashion today. Who the hell would want to wear that? And shame on the designer. Shame on the person who told her to dress like this. Maybe she did herself, but if she's representing some kind of designer here, he really screwed her big time. So let's go to the 4th image now. So the 4th image, this was also on the worst dress list. I don't know if this woman's an actress or a singer. Again, she leaves nothing to the imagination. The woman's not even she's not wearing a bra. I doubt she's wearing undergarments. The dress, in my opinion, is not flattering for her figure. And if she turns to her side, it's all backless. And it's a very unflattering dress, very unflattering. And her shoes on the bottom don't even match. She has one white shoe and then one like black shoe with a white sock. It's very disproportionate. I guess this supposed to be like a black and white type of dress, but it looks ridiculous. I think she was trying to copy J.Lo, and J.Lo wore that Grammy dress all the way down where you could see her belly button. But J.Lo actually looked good in that dress. This woman looks awful. She has no jewelry. Her hair looks ridiculous. Her makeup looks crap. And I'm appalled again. This is the Grammys. This is a entertainment award show. You're supposed to look your best. You're not supposed to look like Satan. You're not supposed to look like a cartoon character. These are award shows, guys. And people pay money to see these people. They pay them money to perform. I guess they have so much money, they don't give a crap what they wear. But, I mean, this is total trash. I'm not a fan of this at all. Now, hers are not as bad as the others we saw. But again, what's with the whole, like, plunging neckline, not wearing a bra, everybody sees your entire private life. Again, why did she wear a dress at all? And I'm being the late Joan Rivers here. Joan Rivers was very critical about these celebrities and what they wore. And I miss Joan Rivers. I miss her. Everybody does. She's so funny with her opinions. So hilarious. But she was right. She was 100% right. 100% right about these women and what they're wearing. Let's go to the next image. So this dress was actually on the best dress list. Does this look like the best dress to you? Again, don't focus on the tattoos. But what the hell? Again, no bra. She's got a tiny nipple. She's flat-chested. And no underwear. You can see all the way down. Practically see her hoo-hoo, her hoo-ha. Leaves nothing to the imagination. She spreads her artwork all over the place by not covering herself. And again, she's got a pretty face. Not such a great body. This looks like Lenny Kravitz's daughter. Ay. I mean, does this look sexy to any of you guys or women that are watching my show? Would you be caught dead wearing that, women? I wouldn't. I'm a professional opera singer. I would never wear that. Never. It looks so trashy. I cannot believe that was picked best dressed. Now, the first 4 that we saw were the worst dressed. Now we're getting into the best dressed. So this was on the best dressed list. Let's go to the next image. This was on the best dressed list. The woman is called Twigs or Twiggy. So this dress is perfect for her because it looks like a forest of crap. I mean, what the hell is that? It looks like she handmade that dress. But this was on the best dress list. She looks like a bad fairy, a poor fairy in a poor Peter Pan movie. She looks like the lost girls in Peter Pan. Like, what the hell is this? Or actually, she looks like Fern Gully. If you ever saw that, it's an old Disney movie, Fern Gully. Like, what the hell is this? This is the Grammys. I'm appalled. And I'm sure she's a lousy singer, too. I think she's a whatchamacallit, another, quote, rapper. Never heard of these people. Don't know them. And I agree that with my friend Jorge, in 20 years, nobody will remember these people. It's true. Nobody will. They're such losers, these people. Their lives are awful. That's why she has to dress like that. Also, there was celebrities there like Halle Bieber and Justin Bieber. They wore like their anti-ice pins on the red carpet to protest ICE. Also, a Supreme Court Justice, the newest one, Miss Jackson, she was at the Grammys. And they all talked about anti-ICE stuff, and she's applauding and she's smiling. What is the Supreme Court judge doing at a Grammy Awards show that is extremely political? She's not stupid. She knows it's political. And laughing and clapping and having a gay old time. You don't see any of the other Supreme Court justices at a Grammy Awards or an Academy Awards because they go way political. I'd investigate that. Let's go to the next image. So this a-hole, Trevor Noah, was the host of the Grammys. He's actually, and I'll bring up the slide later, he's in big doo-doo over things that he said. He attacked Nicki Minaj at the Grammys. And she, of course, retorted back in a great retort. She said, dude, you need to focus on yourself. You're stupid. And look at the people who you surrounded yourself with. And Trevor Noah is supposedly a comedian. He's not funny at all. He's from South Africa. I think he does like The Daily Show, which used to be the Jon Stewart show. He's awful. Not funny at all. He's a moron. But the liberal networks, they allowed this idiot to improv and talk illy about Donald Trump, and he will pay dearly for it. And we'll get into that later. Let's go to the next slide. So, Don Lemon, remember him? Yeah, he was arrested for starting violence at this church in Minneapolis. Pam Bondi and her team, they arrested his ass. He was released, but he should pay a heavy, heavy price for what he did. And he'll be sentenced to jail. So just keep smiling, Don Lemon. Just keep smiling. The fact you're there smiling shows what a smug a-hole you are, that you don't care about anybody but yourself. You're arrogant. And your poor white husband doesn't know where to look when you guys go out together because he's so humiliated and embarrassed. I don't know why he doesn't divorce your ass, but he probably will once you end up in jail. So keep smiling, Don Lemon. Keep smiling. We all know your true colors. Let's go to the next slide. So Lady Gaga, who I've always liked as a singer, not her politics, but I've always loved her music. What the hell is she wearing? She looks like a crow, like a black crow. I guess she's supposed to be the black swan. from Tchaikovsky the Ballet. But my friend Joy Villa, who is VIP at the Grammys, she filmed the satanic showing or performance of what Lady Gaga did last night. Lady Gaga is a huge Democrat. She was a huge Obama, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris supporter. But look how she's let herself go in that disgusting and disgraceful ensemble. So let's go to the last picture of the Golden Globes. There you go. So that woman actually, or not the Golden Globes, I'm sorry, the Grammys. So this woman, Tatiana, she won a Golden Globe. She wore a black dress, left little to the imagination. Now she wears another dress, which leaves even littler to the imagination. Why? Again, why is she even wearing clothes? You can just pop those things off and her dress completely comes off. All that dress is doing is covering up her vagina. She's not wearing any underwear. And her breasts. She's not wearing a bra. It's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. She's a mom. There's children present at these events. Now, she has a stunning figure. I'll give her that. But you don't need to do that. A woman that has to show off her body like that is completely insecure and has tremendous problems, tremendous mental problems, emotional problems, and so forth. You should not have to get naked on live TV in front of a whole bunch of people to get noticed. As a professional opera singer, I never wore dresses like these. My dresses were always custom made. My body was always covered and never showed any skin because it was inappropriate. Like I see what these celebrities wear to the Met Gala. It's disgusting. They practically wear nothing. Like whoever told these artists to wear scandalous stuff like this, they really need to lose their jobs. It's disgusting. But like I said, they're celebrities and they don't care. They really don't care. So we have a True Social from @Real Donald Trump, and this is what he thought about the Grammys. Let's put that up. Here it is. The Grammy Awards are the worst, virtually unwatchable. CBS is lucky not to have this garbage litter their airwaves any longer. The host, Trevor Noah, who I showed you a picture of, whoever he may be, is almost as bad as Jimmy Kimmel at the low ratings Academy Awards. Noah said incorrectly about me that Donald Trump and Bill Clinton spent time on Epstein Island. Wrong. I can't speak for Bill, but I've never been to Epstein Island nor anywhere close. And until tonight's false and defamatory statement, have never been accused of being there, not even by the fake news media. Noah, a total loser, better get his facts straight and get them straight fast. It looks like I'll be sending my lawyers to sue this poor, pathetic, talentless dope of an MC and suing him for plenty. Ask little George Slopadopoulos and others how that all worked out. Also ask CBS. Get ready, Noah. I'm going to have some fun with you. I love it. So, Trevor Noah, you screwed up. Lawyer up, buddy. Lawyer up. You said some false things about Donald Trump. You brought up Nicki Minaj's big behind or her butt on the award show as well. Not good. Not good at all. You really screwed yourself. And then we have this last slide at Nicki. This is from Al Ariba English. So Nicki Minaj actually did an interview with Stephen Miller's wife. And it says, rapper Nicki Minaj says repeated bullying of President Donald Trump during the 2024 election campaign led her to support him. So she was tired of President Trump being bullied, and she found Jesus. And she's very sincere in her comments. Her albums have skyrocketed now. They call her the Queen of Rap. She's awesome. And they're also showing little TikTok videos that she did with people from Trump's cabinet, like Secretary of Treasury Scott Bessent. Really cute little TikTok videos. Nicki Minaj is becoming an icon, someone that a lot of young people are looking up to. She's a big name. She's a billionaire. And I thank her support for the president. Hope it stays. But Nicki Minaj, she went after Trevor Noah. And a lot of people had attacked her for not being at the Grammys because they said, oh, she's at Mar-a-Lago right now at a wedding. Well, she went to someone's wedding that has worked in politics for many years. And congratulations to Dan Scavino Jr. and Aaron Elmore. They got married at Mar-a-Lago this past weekend. They had 300 guests there. Majority of them were people from Trump's cabinet and Trump's friends. And of course, Aaron's friends and her son. And Dan Scavino's friends were there too. I mean, Dan Scavino has been extremely loyal to President Trump from the beginning. He was President Trump's caddy, his golf caddy, for many years. And then he got into this role of hiring. And he literally works in the White House. He's very loyal to President Trump. He's been with President Trump through thick and thin. Always supported him, never strayed away from him. Real true loyalty. So congratulations to Dan. A lot of people are getting married this year. A lot of people are waking up. I've said before, if you've been dating someone for a while, put a ring on it. If you never will, let that person go. I talked to people today, oh my God, I've lost hope in dating. I never wanted, I'm burnt out. I don't want to date anymore. Okay, so you had a bad spell for a while. But then you know what? You come out of it, come out a better person, and then you go and find love again. And if you obsess about it, it's bad. You have to find it when you least expect it. Because that person could show up at a moment's notice. And you don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss out. So guys, don't forget, we are in campaign mode right now. I'm a political consultant. As you heard in the commercial, I represent some of the clients that, candidates, that I'll be mentioning. Our first one, of course, is my good friend, Tim Fazenbaker, who I mentioned earlier is running for Baltimore County Council, District 9. That is the newest district. It is a MAGA district. It's an America First district. It says to win. It's in Dundalk, Edgemere, Sparrows Point. That is the QR code. Go to timfazenmaker.com. Tim has been doing interviews left and right. He had a phenomenal event with Rob Carson. It was sold out. And he's just kicking butt. And he's doing great. So please, guys, go to timfazenmaker.com. Donate to him today. Excuse me, I'm burping on my food. Next person is my good friend Kimberly Stansberry, who we've endorsed for Baltimore County Executive, Republican. If elected, she will be the only woman elected, the first woman elected to the Baltimore County Executive spot. She will win the Republican primary. She will go up against, not going to be Itzy. I believe it'll probably be Julian Jones. So please, guys, go to her website, electkimstansberry.org. Every donation counts. She's raising a lot more money than her opponent, and we want to get her over the threshold. She is an awesome person. She knows the rule like no other. She knows legislation like no other. And it's very important, guys, that we get her over the hump. And, of course, we have our good friend Damon Galdo from the Jersey Shore. He's running for New Jersey Congress District number 1. He's going to win the primary. We want to get him. We want him to win the general, get into Congress. Great guy, wonderful wife, 2 beautiful children. He deserves this. He earns this. So please, guys, go and make a donation to Damon Galdo for Congress right now. And of course, we have my good friend Julie Perry Spivey. Julie Spivey Perry. Hello, I messed that up. On my show, she's not a candidate for Virginia State Senate. She's a candidate for U.S. Congress. So that is her official website with the QR code. We'll get rid of candidate for Virginia State Senate. We'll do a whole new banner for her. But please, guys, go to candidate for Congress.com. That's Julie Spivey. She's running for Congressional District 10. And it's hers to flip. So we really want that flipped. And we really want to get some real Republicans in that seat. And then, of course, you have our good friend Seth Eisenberg of the Conservative Corner. Always campaigning for him. He has a GoFundMe. Unfortunately, he's only raised $6,400. The goal is $10,000. The final goal is $100K. And he was back in the hospital recently for his foot. Another infection. So please, guys, he's got a lot of medical bills. He's got a child to support. He's got a mortgage and so forth. He's a veteran. He served our Navy. So please, guys, the more that you help Seth, the better it'll be for you down the road. So go to donate to Jonah Eisenberg /overcome/financial/health/crisis. I can speak, and make a donation today. And that's the QR code right at the bottom. And again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my viewers. Thank you for liking and subscribing. As you know, we are live on Rumble, on YouTube, on True Social, on X, on Instagram, Parler, Facebook now. We're on the major media outlets. You can watch them all at the same time. Don't forget, we have tomorrow night, The Pulse. Damon Galdo will be hosting. We don't know who the other guests are going to be. It's a panel of 5. It's every Wednesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. My show is Thursday night from 8 to 9 p.m. as well as Tuesdays from 8 to 9 p.m. We also have The Hammer, the Jersey Shore, every Monday and Friday nights from 8 to 9 p.m. And we always have the Conservative Corner with Seth Eisenberg. He's always on The Pulse with us, and he's on every Sunday from 7 to 8:30 p.m. with the Conservative Corner. You can follow Seth. You can follow Damon Galdo. You can follow me. Alexandra Levine on Facebook, at Alexandra Levi20 on X, at A.L.L. Levine85 on Rumble, True Social, Parler, TikTok, Instagram. And the reason you listen, guys, and the reason you watch is you are no idiot. Have a good night.
America's Pulse Network. The mainstream media is bought and paid for. The truth is twisted to fit their agenda. But America is waking up because podcasts are the future for trusted media. Welcome to the America's Pulse Network. It is a network built by patriots that upholds the Constitution. The America's Pulse Network stands for God, truth, and the America First movement. There is no corporate propaganda, no government spin, just real news, real talk, and real voices fighting for faith, freedom, and the future of this great nation with common sense. Here are some of America's Pulse Network podcasts. Alexandra Levine Live, hosted by Alexandra Levine. Jersey Shore Podcast, hosted by Damon Galdo. The Conservative Corner, hosted by Seth Eisenberg. APN's The Pulse, hosted by Alexandra, Damon, Elena, and Seth. So tune into America's Pulse Network on the following social media platforms: X/Twitter, Rumble, Truth Social, Parler, Facebook, and YouTube. Join the revolution. Because the pulse of America beats for God and country. America's Pulse Network is for faith, family, freedom, and truth.
Alexandra, thanks you for watching tonight's Alexandra Levine Live podcast. See you at the next packed show, from breaking news to informative topics that will keep you informed. So please click the subscribe button to get notified for upcoming episodes. If you like what the Alexandra talks about, then share the Alexandra Levine Live podcast with others. Alexandra also looks